Good afternoon, guys. Welcome to a special retention, happiness, or sadness show today. We're going to look at some of the teams and who people we have retained and people who have let go. And we'll have a little debate on who's done best out of the retention list. Today, we've got Rachana. Rachana making a debut. Rachana, how are you from Mangalore?
Yes, sir. I'm good. How are you doing?
Good, good, good. I'm from Mumbai. Siddharth, how are you, Siddharth?
I'm good. I'm good. All well. Looking forward.
And very good, very good. I'm from Delhi Capitals in Bangalore. We got Manan. Manan, how are you doing?
Doing well, Paji. Thank you so much for having me today.
And we all hope you've done well from your little operation, but we'll discuss that later. I'm from Australia, the CSK King himself, Samay. How are you, Samay?
Hello, Paji. I am good. And hello to everyone as well.
नशा उतर गया भारतीय victory था. Yes, and then we have Dia from Haryana, also RCB. How are you, Dia?
Hi, thank you so much for having me here. I am very excited for this podcast.
Yes, and we have two girls as well. So we have two RCBians. All the girls seem to support RCB. So let's see how they come up today. And we've got the tiger himself, Ashish. Ashish, how are you?
Fine, sir. Doing great.
Good, good, good. And all the way from USA, he's coming on now. He's 5 hours behind, so we'll let him off. Ayush will be here. Ayush, kaise ho? He's connecting to his audio. And again, we know Trump has gone. So Ayush, he's just working on his system. And Ayush will be talking about the wonderful RR. So we're quite happy. So we'll start with first. We'll have a little vote. Who is the most happiest? If you feel happy, put your hand up.
Hello, guys. Can you hear me?
Ooh, some people are thinking. That's what we want to do. And Sid, we'll start with you because Mumbai Indians. Are you happy with what's happened?
I'm absolutely happy. I mean, they are the best team so far. They were the best team in the year 2020, and I'm actually looking forward for them not chipping and changing their players because they have a very good core strength, best bench strength, and very good all-rounder. So as far as Mumbai is concerned, I'm pretty happy, and I'm damn sure that they are going to do well in the year 2021 as well.
You know, the players that you released, was there anyone that you were surprised about?
There was an unfortunate forced change that happened. I wanted Lasith Malinga to play at least this season because he, more than a player, he was a good mentor for Boom Bumrah, and that's what Bumrah has been doing. You know, he has been following Lasith for all these years, and it's unfortunate that he has taken retirement from franchise cricket. So I think Lasith was a big blow for us. Apart from that, I think Mumbai looks all set to win the 6th title.
Oh, wow. RCB, Rachana. That's a big statement from Sid.
Yes, sir. But we have been waiting since a long time for the trophy, hoping at least this year would be ours. We have been telling this, but hoping that at least this time we can go for it. And regarding the retention, I'm actually happy about the team because the core team is almost retained. Probably we'll have to work on mid-order a bit. So somewhere there is a lack of mid-order. And about the release players, I was quite disappointed regarding Shivam Dube because he can actually perform well and he can be a finisher too for our RCB. But then he has been performing well in Syed Mustaq Ali right now. I don't know what is the exact reason they released him, but hopefully they can buy him back for a lesser price, probably that would be a good thing if they could get him back to the team, because he's an Indian all-rounder, and currently probably most of the teams would be looking for an Indian all-rounder in their team. So he's a good choice for that, and I really hope that RCB buys him back.
Wow, wow. And Dia, do you agree with Rachna or anything that you do?
Well, I have very, mixed kind of a feelings for, what all retentions we have done and what all players that we have released. Because I know that releasing a player like Chris Morris, I know he was a very expensive player for us, but he had delivered results as well. But again, I think his injury concerns have been there, and maybe because of that, he might have been released. But again, on the other hand, we have released a player like Aaron Finch, Ishiru Sudana. Then what was the point of buying them for just like 1 year? We should resist and sustain with our players. I get the point that Umesh Yadav was released because he has not been that good of a player for us in past, especially in last year, in past 2-3 years actually. I get that point, but that was not fair that we let go of Aaron Finch because he was not that in that good of a form last year. And same was the case with Moeen Ali, a player like Moeen Ali as well. Some of their these releases have been hurtful as an RCB fan. And on the other hand, I feel that the players that we have the players that we have traded in, Daniel Sams, again, he's a very good player, has been in a very magnificent form in Big Bash League. He has like a strike, he is playing at a strike rate of like 190 plus and has got a couple of wickets as well. And not to forget, in the last year in Big Bash League, he had got 30 plus wicket and was the highest wicket taker. So as an all-round option, he can be very good for us, who can come in and bat in the middle order and can be a good finisher for us. As a pure all-rounder, he can be great. And again, with a bowling lineup like that, as everyone says that we have got the worst bowling lineup, definitely a player like Daniel Sams can come in as a cushion, who can give us 2-3 overs if needed, if some bowler is going for a lot of runs. So he can provide that cushion to us, test it in sorry?
Yeah, go on, Rachna.
No, I just told Daniel Sams can be an option for death bowling too. Like, it can help us.
Yeah, he has bowled in the death overs only, and again he can come in and bat in the death overs as well. This was something that we were lagging last year. Our strike rate was not that good in the last 5 overs, so he can plug that hole in, according to me. But again, maybe a good replacement, a cheap replacement for Chris Morris, maybe if they're looking him in that way. And I hope he delivered the results as well to us. It will be good to see what kind of players now we're going to buy in this auction.
Yes, and that's the other thing. And we're going to move on to Manan, because Manan's an expert in DC Capitals. And we thought Daniel Sams was a bit of an unadkat. And how do you feel about that business?
No, so, overall, very, very happy. I think we needed to release the players that we did to have some kind of a purse, going into the auctions. If you look at, the team on paper, there is, Chris Wokes over there, which is a very interesting addition. Paji, you having your English background would be able to comment more on that. Ishan Sharma comes back, Amit Mishra comes back, and suddenly you see there's a lot of experience that you see around the Delhi core, which was suddenly, lacking in the later half of last season. And, we had those 4 losses and everything. What for me right now, would be interesting to see is that, first of all, where is IPL happening? How is IPL going to happen? Is it going to, is it going to be 8 venues? Is it going to be, probably in the southern states? Is it going to happen in the northern states? You don't know that. So once, some of those things are clear, I think, the team formations and everything going into the auction will become interesting. Overall, pretty satisfied with what we've done with the retentions though.
And are you happy that Daniel Sams and Harsha Patel have left?
I'm okay with it, right? We needed that cushion. Let's see. Okay, Daniel Sams, Chris Wokes. Yes, of course, I'll choose Chris Wokes over there. Yeah. In India, would you play a Akshar Patel or would you play a Harshar Patel? I would probably, pick an Akshar Patel. Also, I think the way we might just target someone like a Shivam Dube, who's been released by RCB, who's a dynamic young all-rounder. So there's we needed to release some players to at least have some kind of a purse, going into the auction. That's what I feel.
Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. And we go to Samay. Samay, are you happy with Robin Uthappa?
So as far as the retention list is concerned, I am pretty happy with the way CSK has done, but not the way they have traded the person. I honestly believe that the strategy CSK has built over the years by keeping the a certain set of players which are their core. And I feel that there are some more IPL teams which are following the same pattern, keeping their core players. Ex- uh, Except some teams such as RCB and Kings 11 Punjab, because they have released, like Punjab has backed like Glenn Maxwell for like years, and now they have released Glenn Maxwell. And same as with RCB, I don't understand why they pick players and then they drop players, or they don't give the chance to playing 11. Aaron Finch, Moeen Ali, and there are so many players. I still feel that Moeen Ali was deserved to be in playing 11 last year in Dubai. RCB would have good chance, but you never know what happens. And coming on to Robin Uthappa, I think he might be a backup option for CSK. If in any case, as Manan mentioned, that we don't know where the IPL will be happening. So we all know that Robin Uthappa has been a part of 2017 20 World Cup team as well. So he might be a backup player if the youngster players, Jagdishan or Kishore or any one of them is not that suitable even after half of the season. So he might be a player who can suit in that role. And I think he was easily available from the team which he came. So I think that is not such a bad decision. But yeah.
Yeah. And Ashish bhai, are you happy with CSK's business?
I'm completely happy with what CSK has done with the retention list. As they released Piyush Chawla, they bought Piyush Chawla last time and they have released now. And Harbhajan Singh, who backed out of IPL 2020, they have also released Harbhajan Singh, Piyush Chawla, Murli Vijay. So they have released their aged players, not the core players, on not we can say the young players. KM Asif, who didn't play a single match in the last year's IPL, but he has been retained by CSK. So yeah, this is quite happy to see that KM Asif, Sai Kishore has been retained by CSK, and seeing trade of Robin Uthappa. I don't think why Robin Uthappa has been traded to CSK, because keeping his age, I think he's nearly 35 or complete 35 at this time. So Jagdishan can keep, Robin Uthappa can keep, MS Dhoni behind the stump. So why three wicket keepers in this time for CSK squad? I don't think what CSK have done with the trade list. So I am disappointed with the trade of Robin Uthappa in the squad. But yeah, as we all know, that smartest cricketing brain of Dhoni is in the CSK camp. So let's see what happens with Robin Uthappa in the squad.
Yeah. And as a Rose fan, I'm quite happy. Yeah, Samay, yeah, go ahead.
I also want to see like what's the cash price he has been traded. If he has been
3
traded
crore.
on very very best
3
price,
crore.
Same
3
price.
crore in an all cash deal of 3 crore.
3 crore.
CSK have a purse of I think 15 lakhs before the retention, and then now they have 22.9 crores, and 3 crores has been given to Robin Uthappa. So I think 19 crores going in for auction.
See, his age was
आशीष
a
भाई आपने
pre-qualification there.
Go ahead.
आशीष ने खुद ही कह दिया वो 35 का हो गया ना, तो अब CSK के लिए क्वालिफाई हो जाता है वो.
Exactly.
Brilliant. And Ayush, let's get you in. Are you happy with selling Robin?
To be honest, yes, because already he was past his prime. I know he played one very good knock in one of the domestic tournaments, but 3 crore price tag for him was not really worth it. We can have much better players than that money.
And overall, RR, how are you feeling? More confident or relaxed, or a bit of trepidation?
I would say it's a mixed bag. If you look at the players that have been released, Robin Uthappa going, it doesn't hurt me much. Even Steve Smith, because I know he's a great player. He's one of the best test match batsmen, but he won't have made it to all the 14 games anyway in a regular season, given his form and given his style of playing as well. So, in the money that we were spending on him, we can maybe have another overseas batsman who's more of a T20 specialist. And of course, now we have an Indian captain. So, we don't have that sword hanging on our necks all the time that you have to play your overseas captain. So that takes away one of the 4 spots that are available. The only last comment I would add to that is maybe Jaydev Unadkat. If I don't dislike the bowler, I think he has the talent, he has the skills, but the price tag is not justified. If you really wanted him, then you could have just released him and rebought him at a cheaper price. But whatever his price is right now, that's just not justified.
And as an RR fan myself, I think the biggest signing that we made was Kumar Sangakkara. And I think we finally got that icon player in our dugout. I know Shane Warne is there as a little, he comes in and he comes, but Kumar Sangakkara has been an excellent signing for us. The biggest divisive figure has got to be Jaydev Unadkat, and the fan base is really, really going on, because the fact is, Jaydev Unadkat has earned more cash than Boom Boom Bumrah. And that is the big surprise.
Yeah, he has had a great Ranji season. He has been having great Ranjis for the last 2-3 years now. So he has talent. Maybe we're not just utilizing it properly, or maybe he's just not coming to the party often enough.
Oh, brilliant. But again, as I said, it's that divisive figure that I think if Jaydev Unadkat had gone out, then I think we would have been a lot happier. I think we would have covered all our bases, because we seem to have got the players. I was a bit disappointed with Akash going, because Akash Singh, he's a good upcoming bowler, and I think we should have kept him. But other than that, I'm quite happy as a Royals fan. Any other franchise that you think that's done well out of the auction? Any guys? Just put your hand up and we'll talk. Any other franchise you think? Yeah, Manan? Yeah.
I'm very excited to see what Kings 11 is going to be doing at the auction. We've, as Delhi Capitals, we've been a team that's gone into auctions usually with a very high purse. I'm relieved that, we'll probably need a couple of players, 2-3 players that we'll probably buy that'll make our team strong. But Kings 11 Punjab, with Anil Kumble over there, former India captain, feisty guy. It's going to be, I'm looking forward to, what they come up with. I think Shivam Dube moving up to Kings 11 Punjab would be an interesting move. Chris Morris moving up to Kings 11 Punjab could be also very, very interesting. It's going to be a fun auction for Kings and RR, I feel, from that point of view.
Definitely.
Do you think that you're going to get Chris Morris?
I would agree to Manan on this point.
Chris Morris to RR?
I still remember that there was this Instagram chat between Preeti Zinta and KL Rahul, and they mentioned that they are going to have a new team, a new core set of players playing in Punjab. And for the first time ever, they have retained their coach, that is Anil Kumble. So it's very interesting to see that what are they planning, and what are they planning to spend on a particular player, or who are they looking up to? Because they have released Sheldon Cottrell, Gail Maxwell, Karun Nair, and so many players who have played for Punjab in so many seasons. So it's very interesting to see that how they spend their money on different players who have been released from other teams, or spending on new teams.
Brilliant. Ayush, did you have something to say there? 1 second. And then we'll go to say.
No, I just heard that he said there was an Instagram chat between KL Rahul and Preeti Zinta, and I was like, do we really have the access to their chats?
Yes, I watched that, to be fair. I did watch that, and it was interesting to see what they were talking about. And I think Punjab, for me, is going to be very interesting. 35 crore in the bank is going to be interesting. Sid, yourself?
Yeah, so I'm actually looking for only one player and one in this auction. It would be really interesting to see where Srishant goes.
Srishant?
There are talks that Dhoni will, he'll go in CSK or he'll be back at the Royals, but I'm really interested to see whether he's going to be sold or he's going to remain unsold. So that's what I'm looking forward to this year.
A quick one on a vote on the panel. Who wants Srishant playing for them? No. So Srishant's
I
got
would
no
have,
take.
I would have liked him, but a few years ago, not now. I mean, he's what,
No.
37 years of age. I don't think that's happening now.
I think
I liked him as a bowler as peak though.
he can fit in
He's too
CSK. Pensionable age, pensionable age.
See, we have to. I know there's talk about his age and CSK's age qualification and whatnot, but we have to remember we are talking about a tournament where Saurav Ganguly, the best Indian captain that ever lived, maybe before MS Dhoni, he went unsold. We have to remember about this tournament. He went unsold. Then, of course, he was bought by Sahara Pune King Warriors, but still, he went unsold in the first round in that season. So if Dada can go unsold, there's no chance for someone like Shanta Kumar and Srishant. Not after what he did.
No,
Samay?
Srishant be a big no
I would
this
like
year.
to ask to Sid, the Mumbai fan, like why they have released NCN and Michelle McLagan? Just because they have got 10 Bolt and Bumrah?
Actually, to be very frank with you, even I was shocked because they should have retained them because you never know. They are class bowlers and because they are. I somewhat feel that they are too much dependent on Bumrah. Last season also we saw that Bumrah was injured. Pollard had to fill up Bumrah overs. He had to bowl 4 overs. So I think the release of a couple of players were disappointing. But Rohit is one captain who believes in his core strength and bench strength, and that's the reason maybe they must have released them. There is no other thing which that comes into my mind of their getting off the Mumbai team. So I think it's
Because
disappointing,
because
but as well.
I still remember when Mumbai won in 13 and 15, Michelle McLagan and NCN played a very crucial role with Lasith Malinga. And don't forget that Lasith Malinga was a player who won Mumbai IPL tournament by just 1 run from CSK. And I know he has been retired from franchise cricket, but Mumbai would have kept as him as a bowling supporting coach or whatever.
Exactly. Yeah. So
But
yeah. Yeah. So I wanted him personally. I wanted Lasith to be the bowling mentor. Because we don't have Mumbai does not have a experienced bowling mentor, I guess. But no better than Lasith would have been a very good moral support for the team in case they are down. In case their bowlers don't perform, Lasith would have been giving them a lot of confidence. So somewhere down the line, I think Lasith could have been at least a part of the team.
yeah.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Moving to Rachana. So who are you going to buy? Who are RCB going to buy? If you're there.
Maybe they would go for Malan. Yeah, I'm there.
Yeah, cool. Go on then.
Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yeah. Maybe I think they should buy an overseas fast bowler this time, and I feel they would try getting in Malan. So I don't know. Unpredictable. I mean, the RCB has always been unpredictable. So I don't know what are the plans right now. So yeah, one good Indian all-rounder. I think they should go for it, and I wish they'll buy back Shivam Dube and Moeen Ali at a lower price if possible, because somewhere I feel most of the team would bid for Shivam Dube this time. It's gonna be tough for RCB to get him.
Yeah. And that could be the problem getting Shivan. And Dia, do you have anything to add to that? Who you think you're gonna buy?
Again, all the onus comes down to Virat Kohli and AB de Villiers for us, and I think that batting is something. Of course, we've got Devdutt Padikkal. It's great that we have persisted with a player like him, but he needs, he was, criticized for the fact that his strike rate has not been that great. So I think that we need that kind of an opener who can, play at a very good strike rate. And on the other hand, Devdutt Padikkal can anchor the innings. So for me, it has to be either Jason Roy, who has done so well for Delhi. Like, he hasn't got much chances, to be very honest, but he knows the Indian conditions and he can play really well. So I'm really looking forward to, see how his auction is going to go. But I think that he can definitely go on for like 4 to 6 crores. And if we get him, it's going to be a great opening combination for us, because Devdutt Padikkal can anchor the innings. He can play at a good strike rate. And on the other hand, Jason Roy can tong the ball and, provide us a good start, especially in the power play. So he is one buy that I'm looking forward to. And again, I'm being a bit greedy, but I'm looking forward to buy back Mitchell Stark in our squad, because we don't have any death bowlers as of now, and we need a good death bowling option. And I see that in Mitchell Stark. And if we get him, I know he will be very pricey, or like 15-17 crore. Has to be one of the biggest buy of this entire auction. So maybe if we can get him in, that will be great. And on the other hand, we have got a good middle order option in the form of Daniel Sams. And again, if we can buy back a few more players that we have released at a lesser price, that will be great to see. But I guess these two are the two main players that I'm looking forward to buy.
So Mitchell Stark for you. Okay, CSK boys. Anybody you think we should buy? Go for it.
Ashish, you can go.
No, I think attacking overseas opener I want in CSK lineup. We have Faf du Plessis, we have Ambati Radu, but I want a replacement of Shane Watson. The hitting ability of Watson can't be compared with anyone. So yeah, I want an overseas batsman and experienced Indian seamer, because we know Deepak Char has played a lot of T20 matches and lot of matches in yellow, but I want one Indian experience, light experience. I don't want that experience of Jasprit Bumrah like experience. I want that he has played 20 to 30 first class matches. So I want that one Indian seamer and overseas hitting ability batsman
So
at the
Samay, would you
open
take
order.
Smith and Umesh Yadav?
Yes, as far as I'm concerned, I would like to have one off-break bowler, because after releasing Bhaji, there is no off-break bowler. Like, all of them are either orthodox or leg break bowler. So CSK doesn't have as such a good off-break bowler. And looking at the seamers, I feel that CSK might go for NCN or Mitchell McLagan. I don't know. I'm just saying that they might go for them, because just as a backup fast bowler option, because they have good experience playing in Mumbai Indians and they are really good. They are not such a West bowlers who cannot bowl in the start or in the end. I think Umesh Yadav following CSK on Twitter or Instagram is just like he wants to be in CSK, but it really depends on like his fitness, because I feel that he has been having a lot of injury problems, such as Bhuvneshwar Kumar as well. They both were good bowlers, but injury has been very setback for them.
So cool.
And also, I have heard being Steve Smith coming to CSK,
Yeah.
but I'm not sure what's the correct news. But yeah, I have
15
heard
crore.
that.
We could have it for 15 crore. Yeah, Ashish, quickly.
I want to add one thing that Samay mentioned, that CSK can go for Nathan Coulter-Nile or Mitchell McClenaghan. I want to remind just one thing to my friend, that CSK have Lungi Ngidi, Josh Hazelwood as the overseas fast bowler. So I don't think that CSK will go for overseas bowler this time. I think they will buy an all-rounder who will support Mitchell Santner at the middle. So I think, yeah, and CSK have only one slot remaining for overseas. So yeah, I don't think that they will go for NCN or Mitchell McClenaghan.
Cool. Manan, quickly to you. Who do you think we got? Who are you going to get for? Quickly. 2 names.
I mean, we need a replacement. If for Rishabh, if he gets injured, depending on Rabada and Nokia's availability. Hearing there's a test series, we might be looking at an overseas fast bowler, and one foreign all-rounder.
Oh, brilliant. Easy auction for DC. And Ayush, what about us? What are we going to do?
So I believe, based on the current players that we have, our playing 11 looks something like Butler, Jaiswal, Samson, Stokes, Miller, Parag, and Lomro. That's my top 7 batsmen. I absolutely do not want Tewatia to be in the top 7, because then we are just over relying on him. I have all the respect for him, but he can't be in the top 7. He is the number 8 batsman. That's where he should be. But you see, then in the top 7, we have to find some alternates for, say, Mahipal Lomror and Riyan Parag, because I know they're great batsmen, but they're not someone who would play all 14 games in the season. So we need to find some Indian alternates for Mahipal Lomror and Riyan Parag. And then the bowling, I think it has to be one between Archer and Ty. Both of them, if they play in the same 11, then we are one foreign batsman short. So it has to be either Archer or Ty playing. So that's where we are covered. But then in the bowlers, maybe we can find a replacement for, alternate for Shreyas Gopal.
So plenty of options for RR, and it's going to be interesting because I'm saying the teams are so close together. I know Mumbai Indians tend to win all the games, but the fact is, on paper, this IPL could be, and the big fact will be whether it's played in India or outside of India. I think the teams will have to really look at that closely and take it there. Personally, I think Delhi are in a good position because Delhi have got a settled team and they have going to add to, and the Chris Wokes coming into that team is going to make that stronger. For us, for RR, I think it's going to be an important auction. A foreign bowler, another batsman to fill in for Steve Smith, and maybe Shivam Dube. I'm thinking of Shivam Dube. It might be a good. He's going to go for quite a lot of money, so RCB might not get him. Yes, Ashish, quickly before we finish.
Yeah, I want to add from our point of view, as you, Sir Surinder sir, you said that you are disappointed with the release of Akash Singh. I totally agree with you because Akash Singh didn't play a single match, and you are releasing a young talent from your squad. So I think that in the auction they can buy Akash Singh and they can use their RTM right to match card to buy Akash Singh.
Yes, and hopefully, and we've also got to remember this is the last mini auction before the mega auction coming the year after that, and that's going to be a big thing because can we see Kohli leave and go back home to Delhi, Manan? Huh?
Never know, right? Never know.
Never know.
Not possible.
No, I'm so sorry. I'm just interrupting in between. No, we are not letting go of Virat Kohli at any chance. He's going to be with us till the time he's playing. He's our captain and will be our captain. We are not going to let him go. For sure.
I don't unsuccessful captain. We must put that right. Unsuccessful captain. And I wanted RR to get Ajinkya back, but he's staying at Delhi. So guys,
no, I don't think we have place for Ajinkya Rahane now in the playing 11. Number 3 is Sanju Samson. Number 4 is Stokes. I don't think we need a replacement for Steve Smith because we have David Miller, so he can fit it in number 5.
Cool. And Samay, finally with you.
It's also it's interesting to see about KKR and SRH. Interestingly, no fan was there, but yeah, like how they go in the auction.
Yeah. And again, Sunrisers seem to produce these bowlers. Thank you guys for being a brilliant panel again. It's been excellent to have all you guys, and we will see you soon. Take care. Goodbye. God bless. I love all.
Good night.
Thank you so much, everyone.